The heaviest object in the universe isn't a black hole. It's the wrench you have to pick up when you don't feel like working. Continues how to grow. Silas wakes up to a freezing workshop. The air is damp, his bones ache, and the giant machine in front of him looks like an impossible mountain. His brain is giving him 1,000 reasons to go back to bed. This is the wall of awful. Most people think they need motivation to climb it, but Silas knows that motivation is a fair-weather friend. In a success mindset, we don't wait for the sun to rise, we strike the flint ourselves. Silas looks at an old mechanical kitchen timer. He doesn't commit to the whole day. He only commits to 10 minutes. The 10-minute forge begins now. Why 10 minutes? Because of activation energy. Just like a chemical reaction, the hardest part of any task is the transition from rest to motion. Your brain's basal ganglia loves habits, but it hates change. By promising himself only 10 minutes, Silas lowers the perceived pain of the task. He tricks his brain into thinking it's just a tiny spark, not a forest fire. A success mindset understands that the brain is a gatekeeper. If the goal is too big, the gate stays shut. But a 10-minute task is small enough to slip through. Silas stands up. He doesn't look at the engine. He only looks at the timer. He twists the dial. Tick, tick, tick. The clock is his only master now. The first 2 minutes are agony. Silas's hands are stiff. The wrench feels like lead. He wants to stop with every second that passes. But the rule of the forge is simple. You can quit after 10 minutes, but you cannot quit before them. He starts with a simple task, cleaning a dirty valve. He focuses only on the movement of his hands. Scrub, wipe, scrub. He is forcing the flow to happen by sheer friction. In a success mindset, we don't wait for inspiration to strike. We become the hammer that strikes the spark. Barnaby trots over, sensing the change in energy. The dog knows the rhythm is starting. The silence of the workshop is replaced by the steady sound of work. Minute 5. Something strange happens. The Zeigarnik effect kicks in. The human brain hates unfinished tasks. Once Silas has started cleaning that valve, his brain now wants to see it finished. The resistance is fading, replaced by a mild curiosity. He notices a loose bolt nearby. I'll just tighten that too. Since I'm here, he thinks. The 10-minute forge has successfully bypassed the brain's stop signal. This is the core of the success mindset, building a bridge from nothing to something. Silas is no longer fighting himself. He is fighting the rust. His breathing evens out. The cold in the basement doesn't feel so biting anymore. He is generating his own heat. The difference between a dreamer and a master is 10 minutes of action when you'd rather be sleeping. CTA. If you're ready to stop making excuses and start building your mast, join us. Subscribe to Aletheia Flow, and let's forge a new future. Continues. The timer dings. Brrring. 10 minutes are up. Silas has permission to stop. He can go back to his cot, cover himself in blankets, and forget the world. He looks at the timer, then at the machine. The valve is clean. The bolt is tight. But now he sees the next step, the fuel line. And he realizes he doesn't want to stop. The forge has done its job. The fire is lit. 10 minutes turns into an hour. Silas is now in a state of hyper-focus. The world outside the basement ceases to exist. There is only the metal, the oil, and the flow. He realizes that procrastination was just a shadow that disappeared the moment he turned on the light of action. In a success mindset, we learn that the hardest mile is always the first inch. Silas is moving with a grace that contradicts his grimy appearance. He is no longer a boy in a basement. He is a craftsman in his temple. The 10-minute forge isn't just a trick. It's a spiritual practice of choosing the hard easy over the easy hard. He is building more than a machine. He is building his own soul. By noon, the generator is humming. The task that felt impossible at 6 a.m. is now a finished reality. Silas sits back, wiping his hands on a rag. He feels a deep, quiet pride that no cheap dopamine could ever provide. This is the earned successes of a success mindset. He looks at Barnaby, who is wagging his tail. They conquered the morning together. Silas realizes that the real forge wasn't the workshop, it was his own mind. Every time he chooses 10 minutes of work over 10 minutes of scrolling or sleeping, he is tempering his own character. He is becoming a man who cannot be stopped by a cold morning or a heavy heart. Silas compares his life to the ivy outside. The ivy grows wherever it's easiest. It avoids the hard rocks. But Silas is building a mast. A mast must be straight, strong, and forged in the fire of resistance. The 10-minute forge is how he ensures his mast doesn't warp. In a success mindset, we understand that easy is a trap. If it's easy, it's not building you, it's consuming you. Silas looks at his calloused hands. They are the hands of a man who knows that anything worth having is on the other side of 10 minutes of discomfort. He is no longer afraid of the wall of offal because he knows he has the hammer to break through it. Action creates its own light. As Silas works, the neighbor's child peeks through the window. He sees a man who isn't complaining about the cold, but using it to fuel his fire. The 10-minute forge has a ripple effect. It inspires those around you to stop waiting and start doing. A success mindset is the ultimate leadership tool. Silas doesn't have to say a word. His humming generator and his steady hands say it all. The future belongs to the ones who show up. He gives the child a small, polished brass gear, a tiny token of the 10-minute victory, because every great achievement is just a series of 10-minute wins stacked one on top of the other. How to grow. You grow by realizing that the perfect time to start is a lie. The only time that exists is the 10 minutes in front of you. A success mindset is the habit of turning your "I can't" into "I'll try for 10." Silas closes his workshop for the day. He is tired, but it's the good kind of tired, the fatigue of a man who has built something that will outlast the night. Tomorrow the cold will return, the resistance will return, but so will the forge. Silas isn't a victim of his feelings. He is the master of his actions. Build your mast, master your flow, take a breath, and let life carry you. Until next time.